Hi, my name is Sanjay Ghosh, and this is the demo for Project Part 4b of CSE 564 Software Design. And I'll start with this URL, which is being shown here, this particular URL. I'm going to invoke this, and we'll go from there. So this is the starting point. Any tenant can log in if the tenant is registered. If it is not registered, then the tenant can register himself or herself. Just like this, if you want to do registration, then we can give the name of the subscriber. Maybe I'm giving a name, and the user ID, maybe I'm giving this user ID and some password welcome and some welcome. And if I submit, it should create. It's giving user ID already exists because this user ID is already exist. So maybe I can use a different user ID, just like this, and a user ID I can give underscore demo. And then some password I can use, welcome matching. And now I'm submitting this one. See, this SA Ghosh demo is registered successfully under unique user ID. So some unique user ID is created. This is the unique user ID. Now we can log in with the same user ID, SA Ghosh demo and password welcome. Let us go there and log in as SA Ghosh demo, and password is welcome. If you log in, then it will take to the manage workflows screen, and where you can see the tenant ID is showing. This is the unique tenant ID. It will show all the time as long as this tenant is logged in. We can see several buttons here: add new web services and workflows, and then delete this particular web service permanently. And we can see already one workflow is existing by some other user, and owner is different owner. You can see if you click it. So that different owner has this workflow, which is consisting of this web services. And you can see these two owners are totally different as a Ghosh demo because this was created by different owner. Whatever, we can delete it if we want. And now, if we are going, we can see so many other other buttons, just like save the workflow registration. You can save it and we can run the workflow. But for this project 4, we are interested in the ontology and user interface or web interface and the recommendation layer. This search web services button, if we click, it will take you to the recommendation layer and the user interface, obviously. So now before that, we can see this is the registration, and it has got all these different web services. Now, before going to the search web services, we can add a new workflow maybe. Just like if you do like this, then you can see this one. We can add new web services, and we can see some existing web services created by somebody else. Then now I can create the new workflow. So maybe we can give some name of some new name, just like workflow new. If we give workflow new, and now we can add some of these web services to this workflow. So let us do like this. Maybe this is for testing purpose. I can add the selected one. This one. Then add the user exist, next one. and maybe the last one we can add in this sequence. Now we're adding this one. Now we can commit and go back to the manage workflows screen. Here, when you added all these things, it is going to the ontology history also. So ontology history is containing all the workflow names and as well as the web services names as a history. So it will be easy for searching. When recommendation layer will talk to the ontology, it will talk like that. We'll come back to that later. Now you can commit and go back to that screen. Now you can see we have two workflows, and you can see these are the web services of this workflow. And you can see the owner of this workflow is this one, SAOH demo, which is just now we created, we just logged in as, and it has got all these web services. And now this one, registration, it has got all these things. Now let us go to the search web services, which is our main project for this part 4. Let us go there. Now you can see the tenant ID is this demo, SAOH demo, and you can see workflow created by you. So it is showing the workflow created by this particular tenant. This is given because this is a part of the ontology also. It is taking whatever workflow is created and is showing there. So if we see it after a few days, we might have created 5 or 6 workflows and we can see all the lists. So we can remember and it will be easy to use the keyword. Now we have seen so many web services. Now let us see, let us do a search thing. Maybe you can search for a book. If you search for the book, and now if you do search, let us see what it gives. See, it is giving all these web services names, which is coming from the ultimately from the ontology databases. And here, the next one, we can see tenant search for the keyword book, also search for the following words. So that will help us to search more. See, if we have searched this book and we also search for this, someone also search for this book, so that same tenant search for the registration of the book, registration, all these things. And now here we can see all these web services. You can see that is being done. That's that search button. When you click this search, this is the user interface or web interface, and this is using the APIs for the recommendation layer. The recommendation layer is talking to the ontology database, and this ontology database is consisting of some schemas and the records. And if we see this particular screen here, and if you see this picture, you can see the overview of the components. There may be so many tenants, and this is the workflow recommendation layer, and this is the ontology database. And now when the tenant is giving the searching for something, so it is searching and it is going to the search word, maybe some phrase, just like we search for book. It is going to that workflow recommendation, and now it is sending the information back to the ontology database, and it is searching whether any kind of web service is tagged with this book. So it is returning that one to the workflow, and it is showing to the tenant. And every time tenant is searching something, that is also being saved inside of ontology database. So ontology database is recursive also here because it has some keyword, it is searching, and after searching that one, it is saving the same thing to its own database. So that is for the whole thing, and you can go back to this one, manage the workflow, and you can see that these are the web services, and it search from now all the web services. And that is the demo. Thank you.